Hello and welcome to Remarkable Times. I'm Dr. Grenita Lathan, proud superintendent of Peoria Public Schools, where remarkable happens every day. Today we are recognizing some of our top leaders in our school district. 10 out of 31 of our schools received the Illinois Spotlight of Schools recognition. We have Noli Branscombe, who is the principal of Roosevelt Magnet School. Noli has served at Roosevelt for 5 years and been with the district 24 years. We have Renee Andrews. Renee has been with the district 17 years and served at Whittier Elementary for 3 years. We also have Mr. Ken Turner. Ken has been with the district 24 years and been at Keller Primary School for 7 years. So welcome to Ms. Andrews, welcome to Ms. Branscombe, and welcome Mr. Turner. Noli, this is Roosevelt's 3rd consecutive year for this award. Once you achieve this status, does it make it easier every year?
It definitely doesn't get easier. The expectations are always more, and everybody wants more. And so we kind of tell our kids, you know, we have high expectations, so kind of give us what you got. And, you know, once we get to the testing part, then we always say we've done everything that we can, so let's just go do what we know how to do. So no, it does not get easier.
Okay. Roosevelt is designated as a magnet school. It's a fine arts magnet or performing arts magnet school. Talk about the experiences that students from kindergarten to 8th grade have at your school.
The students from kindergarten to 8th grade, this year, especially the primary students, have become a part of the actual performing arts. They weren't a part before, although they had the classes. We've given a longer schedule to those arts teachers so that they can actually teach them. Instead of going to 3 different ones in 1 week, they go to the same one for 9 weeks. So they can actually learn a lot more that way. So primary is now getting involved in the dancing. The middle school, of course, is still in the dancing, the drama, the art, orchestra, band, and visual arts. Okay. I forgot something.
All right. Anything else you'd like to share with us about Roosevelt Magnet?
Roosevelt is a very special school. We do have extremely high expectations for our kids, but we've also found that if you have high expectations, they will rise to them.
Thank you. Renee, Whittier has received the Spotlight recognition for 7 years in a row. Your parent involvement is well known at Whittier. How big of a factor does that play in your school's achievement?
We believe that it plays a very large part in our school being successful. We believe that our parents are their child's first teacher, and we get a lot of parents who have not been academically involved with their child, but when they come there, is sort of a requirement that we have. It's something that we seek out parents to make sure that they understand that they are their child's first teacher, that they understand what their child is being expected to do. If they don't understand or maybe have been out of school for a long time and need a little refresher course, we make sure that we provide opportunities for them to come in so that once their children get home, that they feel comfortable in supporting them academically. And we also provide a lot of opportunities for our parents to come in, and we teach them how to do fluency checks with our students. They assist with things like accelerated reader, accelerated math. We believe everybody has a gift and a talent, and we try to pull that out of our parents as well, because we cannot do this by ourselves. We need their help. They need to feel empowered, and I think we're doing a pretty good job of bringing everybody in and helping our children get as far as they can, not just while they're with us, but in life.
Okay. We know Whittier has seen an increase in enrollment.
Yes.
For the past 2 years, and I know in January we opened up another kindergarten class. Anything else going on at Whittier that you would like to share with the community?
Well, right now we're finishing up ISAT. We've been very, very pleased with how our children have approached it. We embed, I think, best practices and top curriculum practices into what we do every day, so it just becomes another test for our kids. They're comfortable, they're well prepared, and we're just excited to see, you know, the outcome of all that. But we're moving right along, and it just doesn't stop because ISAT is over. We're teaching them till the end, so we're looking forward to a great ending of our school year.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Turner, this is the first year for Keller's Academic Excellence Award?
Yes, finally. The Academic Excellence Award requires 3 consecutive years of 90% meets and exceeds on ISAT test, for 3rd grade and 4th grade reading and math, and we've been working a long time to earn that, and it doesn't happen overnight, and it's just exciting for us to finally earn the award. I need to commend a lot of people for their work to get us there. It's not only the 3rd and 4th grade teachers. Those children are prepared before they get to 3rd and 4th grade by all the early elementary teachers and the parents. And a lot of strong foundations are set there. And we're thrilled that our kids and our teachers and our parents are finally getting the recognition they deserve.
Okay. And I understand you also have some specialized courses or special education classrooms at Keller.
Yes.
Want to talk about that programming?
Well, we have students with disabilities at Keller, and we serve them in 2 different ways. The majority of our students with disabilities are getting their education in the general education classrooms. We have what you call inclusion, where they are part of the regular ed classroom for the majority of their day. And then a few times during the day we pull them out for additional instruction, primarily in reading. But the majority of their time they're in the regular division class with either the support of a special education teacher or special education assistant, and then modified materials and curriculum and so on. So we also have some other students who are in the life skills class, and they don't participate in the academic part of the general ed curriculum as much, but they are part of all the other activities, all the specials classes and lunches. So we work together for part of the day with them, but the rest of the day they're working on a very different curriculum than the rest of the students, so they work separately. And they do community instruction as well, several times a month, or a couple times a month. So it's a different program, but it's also a very good program for those students.
And what special courses do you offer at your school? Is it music? Is it Spanish? Is it art? Is it, as far as those courses that students are participating in?
Our specials classes are PE, art, and music.
Okay. All right. And we've also heard a lot about class sizes this year in the district. I know, like I said, we definitely experienced that at Whittier, and some of the issues in reference to full inclusion, not having enough personnel to support the total programming. What are your concerns as building principals in reference to class size? And as a superintendent, what would you like for me to consider as we move forward for the upcoming school year?
We are thrilled to be able to have smaller class sizes this year in kindergarten and first. That was part of the teacher's contract and in negotiation with the board. And so we're trying to keep our kindergarten first grade classes as close to 21 or smaller, 21 students, and that has been huge. We want to keep those classes especially smaller. And when we do have students in those classes who have disabilities, we try to keep the classes a little smaller than the classes with the students without IEPs. So I ask that you always do whatever you can to help us keep the class sizes small. The more we can individualize the instruction, the more teacher attention to the individual we can provide, the better they're going to do.
Thank you. Nola?
We have very large primary classes, but we're also fortunate in that we have the extra fine arts staff, so we are able to have them help the teacher with small group work. So we pull them and they end up taking small group also, helping with reading and math interventions. So that helps a lot. And through Title I funds, we're able to have 5 certified tutors, and so they also help. So although our class sizes are large, we can still do small group work, being fortunate enough to have the extra staff right now. And as a superintendent, I would just like for you to do what you can to keep them small. I know you already know that more learning happens in small size classes, and all I would want is that you do whatever you can to keep them small.
And I just would follow along with both of them. You know, we've seen both sides of it this year, where we had very large class sizes, and then with the additional teachers and classrooms that opened up, we've seen the flip side of that. So teachers do have more time to meet with children in small groups, and we've seen a lot of students who may have struggled in the larger class size, with the larger class size, actually just excel, because there's more one-on-one time and the teachers are able to do a lot more in the time that they have with the kids. So we definitely thank you for everything that you've done to sort of make things better as far as class sizes and adding additional classes and things. But I am definitely sure that you have a pulse on what's going on in these schools, and I'm sure that you will continue to do what is right for kids.
Okay, thank you. As I stated at the beginning of our show today, remarkable things are happening in our school district. 3 outstanding principals are here with us. They are Illinois Spotlight Schools. Once again, Ms. Andrews for Whittier Primary, Ms. Branscombe from Roosevelt Magnet, and Mr. Turner from Keller Primary. Thank you for joining us today. As we transition, I would like to share with you that April 16th has been designated as Gearing Up for Kindergarten. We will hold kindergarten registration at the Holt Center, which is located on Knoxville Avenue. We're encouraging all of our new kindergarten parents to come out and join us, meet the District 150 staff, meet some of our principals on Saturday, April 16th. Once again, we are gearing up for kindergarten.
Do you know who we are? PCCEO, helping people, changing lives for every stage of life.
Welcome back to Remarkable Times. Here joining me this second half of the show, Mr. Tim Dolinsky. Tim is our Instructional Improvement Officer for District 150. Mr. John Wetterauer. John is principal of Charter Oak Primary School. Both of their schools were recognized as Illinois Spotlight Schools for the last school year. Mr. Dolinsky last year was at Sterling Middle School. He was there at Sterling for 5.5 years and with our district for 27 years. John has been at Charter Oak for 8 years and with our district for 20 years. Thank you all for joining me today. What we'd like to hear is, how did you make it? How were you able to accomplish becoming an Illinois Spotlight School?
Well, for Charter Oak, this is actually we have been making AYP every year. However, this is the first year that our free reduced lunch numbers have gone over the 50 percentile mark. So we are currently at 60%, so we went from 46% to 60 in 1 year. So one of the qualifications for this recognition is that you must be at least 50%, your student population must be at least 50%. So that is one of the reasons why we did receive it, and of course, continually making AYP as well.
Okay. Mr. Dolinsky?
My circumstances at Sterling started in 2005. We were in the first year of restructuring under the No Child Left Behind Act when we started. The first year was we worked together to stabilize the school, set up the curriculum, and we also performed a needs assessment during the course of that year. Our population was 75% low income. We were targeting our children who were struggling with reading and math, and basically through the assessment process and years after, we developed our school improvement plan, worked on how developing our RTI, and basically became a big proponent of technology. And so utilizing those with our targeted teams and our grade level teams, we were able to develop our system for our kids to learn, and it was the expectation when they walked in the door and changing the culture of the building. And with that, the staff and the students in the community have been outstanding and made Sterling look very good.
Okay, thank you. We have just concluded ISATs. Mr. Wetterauer, how did your school get prepared for ISAT testing?
How did our school get prepared? Well, we actually basically start with day one. We prepare even then. So looking at the Illinois State Board of Education descriptors, depending upon 3rd and 4th grade, because those are the 2 grades levels that are tested at Charter Oak, what are the areas that will be covered on the test. And like I said, starting basically, like I said, back with day one, it's embedded within the curriculum. So it's not something that, there's always that talk, well, you start teaching for the test in January. No, we start with day one. And in many aspects, we'll start daily instruction with a warm-up exercise. And many of those warm-up exercises are questions that were either past questions from ISAT or questions that kind of have the same testing format which is used.
Okay. So. I know also at Charter Oak, actually earlier Mr. Turner discussed this in reference to Keller Primary, that you're looking at a full inclusion model, and you've implemented that this year. Actually, this is the 2nd year.
Well, for Charter Oak, for many years we were a full inclusion, and then because of cuts we lost some of our staff, so we kind of had to go back more to a semi-inclusion approach. But this year we are back to a pretty much full inclusion model, whereas the Special ed kids are at each grade level with a regular division classroom for the majority of the day. So, you know, indicating on their IEP, you know, if there's a few minutes where they need to be pulled out, and many times that's done still within the classroom, just at a kidney-shaped table at another section of the room. So.
And as you're well aware, our district is continuing to look at reductions as we work to address our deficit. And we've made some additional recommendations and cuts for the 2011-12 school year. What concerns would you have, or what assistance would you need in order to continue with full inclusion at Charter Oak for next year?
Well, one of the first things I want to state that I appreciate is that this year we've had phenomenal results, especially in kindergarten and first grade, because of those small classroom sizes. We've kept those under 20, between 20 and 21 students, which is incredible in regards to developing that strong foundation for that child. You know, as you get up into second, third, and fourth grade, you know, where it's more content-based at that point, you know, you can have a little bit larger classroom sizes. So in regards to, you know, the question with inclusion, you know, depending on the number of students that you have at each grade level in special ed, you know, it truly does take a team, and that's crucial for inclusion to work. So the support that I would need, you know, to be continued from the district is staffing, you know, allowing those staff members to maintain those teams so that because it does work. It truly does. Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Delinsky, you've made the transition from building level principal to central office administrator. Talk about your experiences from moving from, like I said, building level to the central office.
Well, I think the basic model and philosophy that you and I share together, we talked about when we first talked, when you came to Peoria. I think the basic understanding is kids come first. I think you have to have a strong belief system in how kids learn, which we want to see, and what our expectations were. And the model that we utilize in central office is not much different than what the model I would use in an individual school, as Sterling and as John would use at Charter Oak. Basically, we create a foundation of what we can do to help children the best, utilizing the funds that we have best. The transition is trying to be a part of 32 schools versus only focusing on one. So for me, making that transition has been a challenge to get everything done that I'd like to do with quality. And so, but overall, I think we got a great start.
Okay, thank you. I would like to take this time now to recognize all of our Illinois Spotlight schools. Our Spotlight schools: Hines Primary, Charter Oak Primary, Northmore Edison Primary, Roosevelt Primary, Roosevelt Magnet, Whittier Primary, Woodrow Wilson Primary. For academic improvement, Sterling Middle School, Manual High School, and then for academic excellence, Washington Gifted School, and also Keller Primary. Once again, congratulations to all of our Illinois Spotlight schools. I commend our principals and our teachers, our parents, and our students for their outstanding work last school year. At this time, I'd like to share some other events that are occurring in our district. Once again, we're getting geared up for kindergarten. We have a registration day planned for incoming kindergartners on Saturday, April 16th at the Holt Center. Activities will be planned for parents and rising kindergarten students. We encourage you to come out and meet our District 150 staff, meet our principals, our teachers, and just find out what's happening in District 150. Our district calendar for the school year 2011-12 and also for school year 2012-13 has been approved by our school board. You can find copies of our two-year calendar at our district website, www.psd150.org. Once again, our district calendar for the 2011-12 school year and also the 2012-13 school year has been approved and is posted on our district website. The first day of school for students for our 2011-12 school year is Monday, August the 22nd. It will be a full day of attendance for all students in the district, primary, middle, and high school students. At this time, I'd like to spotlight one of our middle schools, Calvin Coolidge Middle School. Remarkable things are happening at Calvin Coolidge under the leadership of Mr. Tom Bloomer, who is currently the principal there. So take a look and see what's happening in our middle schools. Our middle schools are safe. They are exciting. Our students are learning in our middle schools. I encourage you to take a visit not only to Calvin Coolidge, but go out and visit our other middle schools and see the remarkable things that are occurring. Thank you for joining me.
My name's is Azra. I'm in 8th grade and go to Miss Jameson's class at Calvin Coolidge.
Hi, my name is Patrick Hopkins. I'm an 8th grader at Calvin Coolidge and Miss Passive class.
We hear you're a visitor. We'll show you around. Where should we go first?
Band.
Okay, let's go to the band room. So, Mr. Gillette, how long have you been working at Calvin Coolidge?
I started in the fall of '87, so we were on the other end of the building then. I've been in this building longer than any other teacher, so I was just ecstatic with the jazz program this year. So some of the neat sounds, what you just heard from these three ladies here, the interest in bass and keyboard is just, we haven't had that for such a long time. I don't think we've ever had this good a bass line, so I'm gassed, I'm thrilled. And the lead trumpet, some of the nicest saxophone players I've ever worked with before, so I'm having a good time.
So how do you think the band class was?
I think it was pretty great. How about you?
Me too, it was nice.
So Miss Jameson's class is pretty fun. I think you guys will like it.
Yeah,
I've been working at Calvin Coolidge for 4 years.
What do you do to make your class interesting?
We do different types of activities, and I try to have it student-led instead of teacher-led. Algebra. I love to teach algebra. Algebra and graphing. We were using the TI-inspired, the student edition and the teacher edition. We have a set of TI-inspired calculators for the classroom, and I also have the software to put it up on my smartboard to make it easier for the students to follow.
You ready to hit the science lab?
Yeah, I will.
Let's go see what Mr. Holmes is.
Oh, okay.
I've been at Calvin Coolidge for the last 3 years. I've been with District 150 for over 30 years. Well, I love teaching science. It's a great opportunity to do hands-on activities, to have fun with building, constructing, like we're doing in lab today, to experiment, get out of your seat and work with different things and technologies and equipment. Today in lab, we're doing a little bit what I call pre-engineering. We've got a special lesson. They have to build a tower. The only thing they've got to build that tower with are straws and paper clips. They've got to build it minimum 2 feet tall, and there's going to be a little special prize for whoever can come up with the tallest tower. The thing I like best about working here, the students are really engaging. They want to be here. They enjoy the science lessons we do.
So Miss Elliott, you used to go to Calvin Coolidge when you were a kid?
I did go to Calvin Coolidge, kindergarten through 8th grade.
Like Miss Gibbons?
Yes.
What do you teach?
I teach history. I teach 7th and 8th grade history and geography. And I do have one class of 5th grade spelling and language arts.
How do you make your class interesting?
I think what's interesting about my class is the discussion, bringing in material about things that are happening today. We do bring in a lot of articles, newspaper. I enjoy history, and I think when the teacher enjoys teaching the subject, then usually the students enjoy it equally as much.
So do you want to see Miss Melendi?
Yes.
She's a language arts and Spanish teacher. Have you taken her for Spanish?
Yes, I have.
I'm Leah Melendi. I teach 7th grade reading and language arts and then 7th and 8th grade Spanish.
What kind of technologies do you use in your class?
We're pretty fortunate. We have computers available. I also use the smartboard very frequently. We use the digital camera here and there. Try and incorporate as much as we can. I have a student teacher this semester, so I've been pretty fortunate to be able to have novice teachers and student teachers from Bradley. So I have some help, which is nice, but I also get to work with people coming in. One thing that I've learned to make things more interesting is that you have to try different things, try new things, even if you're not sure how they're going to go. I like to do a lot of group work.
What do you think is the best part about your job?
You know, I really, really love coming to work every day. I really do. It's a challenge every day to keep it interesting for me and for the students and to keep everybody involved. I love the challenge.
So as you can see, we have many great teachers here at Calvin Coolidge, but here we have Ms. Monks to tell us about the activities. Ms. Monks?
Thank you. Hi, I'm Mrs. Monks. I'm one of the many teachers here at Calvin Coolidge. I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the activities. The newspaper club meets at least once a week, and they are responsible for coming up with a newspaper with different things that are going on in the school. They also will highlight different faculty members. Scholars Cup basically is after Christmas, after the first of the year. It is 6th graders, and they will go out and challenge the other District 150 schools. Art Club, we have a newly formed art club this year. It's held on Thursday afternoons, and it lasts about an hour. Also, Lego Robotics. I myself have done Lego Robotics in the past. They basically are taking Lego parts, they're building them to come up with a robot. The robot, upon commands, will do different tasks. Now I'd like to talk about Student Council. I'm the Student Council Advisor here at Calvin Coolidge. My Student Council members have done many things this year. We sponsor all the concession stands for the home games, boys sports and the girls sports. We also rang bells for the Salvation Army before Christmas. I'm also proud to say that we are one of the few District 150 schools who belongs to the IAJ-HSC. That's the Illinois Association of State Junior High Student Councils. This is our 18th year to belong to this state organization, and I'm very proud of that. We have basketball teams, the boys team and the girls team. We are now in our boys basketball season. We have just completed one game. The boys are doing a really good job this year. As you can see, there are many wonderful, wonderful things that are going on here at Calvin Coolidge. Not only do we have fantastic teachers, we have fantastic activities. We have many extracurricular sports for the kids to participate in. We have many clubs that the kids can also join outside of doing their academics.
Here at Calvin Coolidge, we're involved in a lot of community activities. Here we have Ms. Stafford to tell us about a few of them. Ms. Stafford?
Hi, Azure. Well, today is actually a great day to talk about how Calvin Coolidge gives back to the community. We are doing a fundraiser for hat ads where the students will be playing carnival games and buying concessions. And everything that we raise will be matched dollar for dollar by the AMT.
These are the West Peoria Hat Ads t-shirts that Calvin Coolidge purchased, 38 of them for $10 a piece, and all the money goes towards the employees of Hat Ads, which some of our students' parents work there.
We also help in other ways by going to shovel drives around the community. Students go out.
This is the Green Club Service Club, our Calvin Coolidge community outreach, and we are going to shovel some, shall we say, clients. They don't pay us at all. We just do this out of the goodness of our heart. And we're going out to clear some snow, either driveway or sidewalk, whatever we can do to help, especially some of the elderly here in the community. And we've been doing this for 2 years. So it's a great outreach. It helps us link the younger kids, the junior high kids, to just their neighbors that they normally wouldn't be able to meet. So the Green Club from Calvin Coolidge saw this pristine driveway packed full of snow, and we wiped it clean. Another victory for our Calvin Coolidge Green Team Service Team. Shovels together, guys. 1, 2, 3. Go Raiders! Yeah! Hoo-hoo!
Another way that we help out is by collecting cans for a canned food drive right before Christmas to help out the local food pantries and soup kitchens. Another way that we help out is through a partnership with the Peoria JCs. Just before Christmas time, the JCs helps us to take students out shopping for gifts for family members. We also have some events here at the school that they help us to supervise with. So you see, Azure, there's many ways that we help out. We are very proud of our relationship that we have built with the community.
We just entered our tour at Mr. Bloomer's office, and Mr. Bloomer, would you like to say anything?
I would. Thank you, Patrick. First of all, I wanted to thank Patrick and Azure for taking our friends on this tour. And I also wanted to say that Calvin Coolidge is an integral part of Peoria, West Peoria, and District 150, and we're very proud of that association. I also wanted to remind everybody that we have great teachers, wonderful students, and an excellent program here. And I want to invite everybody back, if you can come on your own, and I'll give you a tour. So thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.